Hi, today I'm going to be comparing two of Saltair's deodorants. These are all the rage right now in the deodorant world, and I'm going to be comparing the roll-on with the solid. Usually I like to compare two completely different brands of deodorants, especially a natural deodorant or an aluminum or aluminium-free deodorant, something that is for sensitive skin and doesn't have talc and all those things. But Saltair has this really popular gel one in the new Serum Roll-On. I decided, why don't I just compare the two, see which one is better, so you can make up your mind for yourself. Instead of doing a one-day trial of one of the deodorants, I decided to go a whole week with both. So I put the serum on my right underarm, the solid on my left underarm, and I wore it for a whole week because when you switch from one deodorant to the next, you might want to give it a few days to adjust. You still might have a little bit more of the deodorant left in your underarms, especially ones that say that they last for 72 hours. Some of those are really in your underarm for quite a few days. So I wanted to give it a good week before I made a really good assessment of which one is better and if I even liked them at all. So I'm going to go right ahead and just apply my deodorant for today, and this is at the end of the week of using it. And just really simply, the first thing I'm going to tell you, the application with the solid is pretty easy, and applying the serum is also pretty easy, but you can probably see that it's very wet compared to the other solid side. I would say the solid version is about half the wetness of the roll-on. And because of that, you're going to want to wait for both deodorants to dry, especially the roll-on. It says in the instructions, give it about 60 seconds. You might want to give it a little bit more and maybe fan it or use a hairdryer because it's very, very wet. So it's been about 2 minutes and this deodorant on my right side, which is the roll-on, is still not dry. So it really does take a long time to dry down and absorb into your skin. On the left side, it's about the same. It's just a little bit of a jelly texture compared to the serum texture. Because of the way that they are and they don't have any whitening effect to them, they won't damage your clothes. You won't see it. So I'm gonna put some on and you'll see what I mean. If your shirt is really close to your underarm, it's going to wipe off into your underarm, and I can feel it kind of wiping off a little bit and drying down, but I gave it a good 2 minutes to have a chance to absorb into my skin and hopefully dry down a little bit, but I know that a lot of it is getting worn off onto my shirt. But taking the shirt off, you can see this is the roll-on side and there's no residue. So there's no white residue stuck on the underarm of my shirt. And this is the solid side and also no white residue wore off. So it's not going to destroy the appearance of your clothes. So let's talk about scent. This one is Exotic Pulp. I got the full-size version. They have also refills. So once you run out, you can easily refill it. And the Exotic Pulp is very nice. It's a beautiful scent. I love it. It's very, like, you want to probably put it on your arm and smell it all day. It smells that nice, and it has just this really gel texture, so I think you can kind of put it on your skin. Yeah, it's a really lovely smell. I really like this one a lot, and the really popular scent they have is Pink Beach, so I got that in the roll-on version. Very summery, very different. I don't think I've smelled something like this before, and the smell for both is pretty light. They're not heavy, overpowering scents. There's just a very light scent to them. The Exotic Pulp smells a little bit stronger than the Pink Beach, so a little bit more of a more powerful scent for the solid version. So pricing, the roll-on is new and I could only find it on the website so far, and it is $12. I think you can also find it on Amazon. This was not at stores that I could find at this point. The Saltair I was able to find obviously on the website for $10, but at Target it's $9.99, so just like a penny difference. And the refills are $7.99. The refills are really worth it. It's like this. You hold on to the cap, you hold on to the outer shell, and you pop the refill in there. And you can get the other scents that you wanted, and they also have unscented for both. So if you don't want to smell any scents at all, you can just get an unscented, but you know, the scents are so lovely and they're pretty light, so they're not going to necessarily irritate your senses if you're very sensitive to odors, but they do offer the unscented. So you have a few options. So I mentioned that they have refills. This one is all plastic and this one is a glass and has a plastic top. So, and then also you have the plastic roll-on, or like the rubbery consistency to have it roll in the ball itself. But they're as sustainable as they can be because they do want you to recycle. They do want you to get the refillable version. It would be really great if they had a cardboard insert instead of the plastic, or maybe not cardboard outside because you want it to last as long as possible, but the inside part, if it was like a heavy cardboard, that would be a really great improvement. The packaging for the two is a little different. The roll-on comes in a cardboard, and the solid comes with just this extra plastic on the outside, and it tells you to remove it because it blocks the dial to roll up the solid. So like I mentioned, these deodorants are marketed as skincare deodorants. I've seen deodorants before that are trying to help with discoloration, because when we're shaving or irritating our skin and it makes a bit of a color, and you might not really want that. So there's a benefit of that that's part of this deodorant. But mostly when we think of deodorants, we don't want to sweat and smell. Those are the two things we're trying to stop: antiperspirant and deodorant. The ingredients for antiperspirant normally have aluminum or aluminium, however you want to say it. A lot of people don't want to put aluminum underneath their underarm any longer. There may be a reason you don't want to use it either, but you might want to check out and do some research on that and see if that's something you're okay with, or you feel like you want to do some of these alternatives. And also talc. There's no talc in these. Talc is a huge irritant for several of us. That is something that can really irritate your underarm area. This is a really actually sensitive area of your body, and a lot of what you put in there is going to be absorbed into your body. So talc is something I don't want to put in my underarm. So let's talk about ingredients. Both deodorants are gluten-free, vegan, paraben-free. They're also cruelty-free, so no animal testing, no animal products are involved. The way the solid is neutralizing odor is with BHA, zinc, and also algae. BHA is actually salicylic acid, which we use on our skin for acne breakouts. So don't put this deodorant on your face or anywhere that you're having a breakout, but the benefit of salicylic acid, or the BHA, is it's going to really help with discoloration, but it's also going to help with clogged pores in your underarm area, and also a really big issue with having ingrown hairs if you're shaving your underarms. The serum deodorant has 5% AHA, and that's a really good percentage, and that's going to even more target if you have discoloration, if you have any type of irritation like a breakout from shaving, but also if you have those pesky ingrown hairs, this is going to really help with that. And because the serum deodorant has all these acids that are helping your skin to exfoliate, I think over time you're really going to notice a difference in the discoloration of your underarm and also ingrown hair. So I think the serum deodorant is the one to go with if you really have an issue with discoloration and ingrown hairs. But the solid deodorant also has similar ingredients, but the serum is like more of the powerhouse. So I would say that the serum is the skincare deodorant if you're really looking for that issue to be solved. So the final important question to answer is, does the deodorant work? Now I'm going to start with the serum. The serum has amazing benefits that I think I'll only know within a few weeks. I've used it for a week. I've had no irritation. It hasn't bothered my skin, it hasn't bothered my senses. It's been lovely so far. When I wore it on the heat days or the days that I was really working out, it didn't work very well. The one thing I'm going to say about this is because it's such a nice application and it doesn't have any flaking or any type of whiteness or any product that is showing on your clothes, you can reapply this really well. But if you're doing something like running a marathon, I would not go with this deodorant to help you not stink. You're gonna stink. So skip it on those marathon days, but on the days where you're doing low activity and you're really working on having that kind of skincare benefit, this is a great deodorant. So the solid, I think it's more like a gel solid than just a solid deodorant. It is a little bit more powerful than the roll-on. It lasted a little bit longer than the roll-on, and it dries a little bit quicker. You can also reapply this and it doesn't build up and cause like a caking or anything like that because it doesn't have talc in it. They also have unscented if you prefer that, but it is a really good scent. Very summery, and you're gonna love it. As an added body product, I decided to try the body oil. This is in Pink Beach and it smells so good. It's getting towards summertime. You know, I love body oils. They're so beneficial to our skin. Look at this beautiful bottle. And it's a Nourishing body oil in a nice glass bottle. It's slightly frosted. The keynotes are coconut, almond blossom, and vanilla, and it feels so nice on the skin. And one of the benefits are the biometric plant actives that's supposed to help support the skin barrier function. The body oil is a great addition to the deodorant. They really complement each other. I can smell they're both very similar. The roll-on that is in Pink Beach and the body oil itself. So great smell, great body oil. I really recommend trying out this as well. If you have a deodorant that you love or you're excited about trying or interested in knowing a little bit more about, please let me know, because I love comparing deodorants. This is a really great time to have like a different trial of what deodorant works better than the other. So anything that you're thinking of that you would love to have a comparison of, let me know in the comments below, because this is one of my fun things that I love to explore and share with you.